What's going on, Cancer? And welcome to the Chariot Friends. Justin here, and I hope you're feeling amazing today. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just amazing, Cancer, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Harry Stuff has brought you here. We're in for an amazing journey. And were you ready for that new lunar cycle that Cancer will start at technically on the 14th? What would that have been? Like Saturday? No, Friday. No, Saturday. Whatever, Cancer. But get ready. But the purpose of this channel is not just to watch me try to get it together. It's for those of you who have Cancer in your placement. Sun, Moon, Rising, Mars, wherever, Cancer. This one's for you. I really am getting it together, Cancer. And I do tarot card spreads based off our ruler here, the good old moon. And I'll talk about what sign she's in, what phase she's in, and when she's going void of course, just all of those lunar shenanigans. There we go. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one. So take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me. Never force reading on a situation, and everything will be dope, Cancer. Now, enough of the dramatics. Well, let's jump into it. I'm doing a lot today, Cancer. But Cancer, your space has been cleansed. Crystals, they got it together. Because someone needs to. Just great energy all around here, Cancer. And Cancer, like I was saying, we're on a new lunar cycle now. So what you want to manifest, Cancer? You know, it's a great energy. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself, Cancer. But happy Monday. It's Moon Day. Moon rules over Mondays. Hope you're feeling intuitive. And if you're... Oh, hold on. Cancer. Oh, by the way, Cancer, busting out a new deck here. New Oracle deck today for this lunar cycle. It's exciting. But Cancer, so many things. The moon is going void of course. And the moon is going to be... should be going void, or she'll start going void, of course, at about 7:31. Well, she depending on when you're watching it, she started going at 7:31 earlier today, and that's Eastern time. And then she'll be moving from Scorpio into Sagittarius on Tuesday. Thank you. The 17th at about 3:36 in the afternoon. So we're looking at about a 32-hour, 5-minute void of course there. Cancer, a lengthy one there. But with the void of course energy, this is great for recharging your batteries, doing some meditation, going within, just finding yourself, you know. And they say recharge your batteries because if not, do it again. And just really kind of do like a reset, Cancer, with all the energies that we can take on and how we feel, not just our own energies but with others as well. You know, there's a lot of energy and a lot of emotions to take on for at once. So just, you know, maybe doing like a cleansing bath or shower, you know, maybe lighting some incense, doing some meditation, maybe listening to some music, going for a walk, moving the body, however that's looking, Cancer. Great energy for the void of course. But also, you may notice too that your plans may be subject to unexpected changes during this time, and that people are less likely to make decisions during this little pocket of energy. So, just something to be mindful of there, Cancer. But with the moon being in Scorpio, this is a very intuitive place for the moon, because Scorpio energy does, you know, it's like we take our feelings and now we're going to be able to feel a lot more intensely there, Cancer. You know, Scorpio is very powerful energy. So this is a really, I feel like, a very powerful placement for us to tap into those real kind of deep intuitive energies. But it is something to be mindful of, Cancer, because where Scorpio does feel more intensely than we do, we just feel more often and feel like, you know, we feel a lot more than they do. It's just it's a little bit, there are little nuances between the water signs and how we feel. But we want to be mindful about getting locked up in all of those intense emotions there, Cancer. But you may be noticing that you're feeling a little more reserved as well, a little more secretive, just kind of more observing people as well. Because Scorpio does tend to keep to themselves until they get to notice, you know, till they get you kind of felt out and kind of, you know, just see how much they can trust in things. So it also is a great energy too, Cancer, for kind of dipping into like the occult, you know, the mysterious side of life. You know, maybe we're exploring through tarot, or maybe through oh, what's that one, oh, where maybe you're doing, so I was just reading in another deck that I just used, I was reading about bone. Oh man, it's escaping me. The osteomancy, we're working with bones or maybe dice or different trinkets. Maybe doing some scrying, whatever that's looking like. Cancer, tap into that more occult side, but and also one other thing, which I feel like it's not really focused on with Scorpio. Scorpio is really great with finances as well. They deal with those joint finances and loans and things, but really is great for getting finances in order as well there, Cancer. So something to think about there. And then when we're in the new moon phase, Cancer, this is a portal to manifestation. You know, there's just illimitable possibilities. You know, it's really about planting what you desire, what you wish for, what you want to work on, what you're trying to manifest. Do you want to, are you trying to create your own business? Are you trying to get into a new health routine? Are you trying to get, you know, raise your self-esteem? Whatever that's looking, you know, it really is about, you know, really clarifying your intentions. You know, we're in new beginnings. It's very full energy. You know, make a wish, Cancer. So fantastic for that. And then last little bit here, Cancer. These decks that these readings that I do, they're not gender specific readings, so apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations. Then the decks that I'm working with, I've included links for them down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested. But also down below some links for some other readers that I like watching, Cancer, so definitely check them out. They're a really fantastic group. I think you'd really enjoy them. But let's go ahead and get into your first card here, or to your general energy of the day. Oh, and I like this, Cancer. So you have the mindset card here. And with this card, this is a card about create reality. Oh, I love that. Work with the work with subconscious and befriend the mind. And I feel like that's really great energy. I love that. That's really great energy for this new moon energy, because you really are the new moon is about creating your reality and what do you want to. I love how she's like, it's almost just giving me kind of like the star card energy. It's like she's channeling from the divine here, and then pulling, and that's creating these clouds that are around her here. You know, she's really connecting with the heavens and going within. And you know, while we're in this void of course energy for a little bit, you know, again, connect with yourself. What is it that where's your higher self, you know, your ancestors, angels, however you connect to source, where are they trying to get you to? And I like that this is air energy as well. So pay attention to your thoughts, Cancer, because Scorpio energy is very magnetic. And I feel like that when you're, depending on where your thoughts are at, you know, and where your mindset is at, we are, especially Cancer, I feel like with us in particular, with how we feel, where our mindset at and how we're feeling, we are a very powerful magnet, and that's how we attract. If we're in a lower vibration, then that's where we're going to attract those low vibes. But when we're able to operate from that more positive standpoint, you know, it helps us see from a higher perspective that even when we're in some challenging energies, what they're trying to get us to grow and get us to manifest in the long run. Because these more kind of like uncomfortable energies aren't meant to just make you feel down. They're meant to be indicators of taking action towards growth and transformation. You know, I like that. Mars and Pluto, the energies are syncing up really nicely here, Cancer. But let's go ahead and get some tarot cards on this and get some details. And Cancer, our thoughts are powerful. You know, where your thoughts become things. Thank you. Oh, quite a bit here, Cancer. Oh, yeah. Okay. All the cards here, Cancer. Alright, so you have the Ten of Swords, the Moon, the King of Wands, and the smaller reversal storm here, Cancer. Okay, Eight of Cups, King of Wands, the Moon, Seven of Wands, Ten of Swords in reverse, and then we have the Three of Pentacles, and then the Seven of Swords upright. And you know, Cancer, I really am kind of getting with this Ten of Swords here. This Ten of Swords and like this Seven of Wands here. You know, I feel like that there is this, for some, there's this energy of needing to maybe heal the mindset a little bit. Maybe we've noticed we've been in this energy of having having troubles letting things go. I feel like with the Eight of Cups being in reverse, something like maybe in a past experience that has really kind of hurt us. Maybe there was this, it almost feels like maybe for some it's like we've been maybe criticized by others, or maybe there's something that really has affected your drive, and now there's this need with the Seven of Wands to just take more initiative to protect your energies in a way, because right now it feels that maybe for some that we're having troubles kind of seeing this reality, and figuring out how to bring things into to fruition, to really start manifesting in a way. And but I like that the moon is in reverse here, because I feel like when we do start to do that healing work, Cancer, because I like when the Ten of Swords is in reverse. It's like now that we've recognized that, it's like seeing through here with the Seven of Wands and the moon here, that when we get through the bottom here, that it's not just it. You're not just going to stay in this place where we're just beneath the clouds. We can rise above this thing and get to a higher perspective, but it's going to need to do that inner work, Cancer. Befriend your mind and be kind to yourself. Show yourself some compassion, because we all, make mistakes along this journey, and it's about how we use that as a motivator to fix this stuff here, Cancer. I just had a situation where I had made a bit of an error, and it was one of those things that, yeah, like it wasn't necessarily my proudest moment, but it wasn't gonna be, it wasn't one of those things that was just gonna let me, let it define me in a way. It was just like, okay, this is an area to work on, an area to improve, and to really get eyes on, now, because with the moon in reverse, it's like we're seeing through the lies and the deceptions and things, and seeing things for what they really are, areas to work on. And this could be something too, Cancer. Maybe if you're having troubles with this, the Three of Pentacles can be a card of collaboration as well. Maybe we're talking about this with some people, talking about these maybe these doubts, these fears, these things that we're having troubles letting go in a sense. And so that way you're able to come at this with a different type of game plan, because the King of Wands, he's the type that he does have a lot of energy to power through, but he may not be able to access that full potential if his reality is one of hopelessness and despair, and just those energies that keep you not, because it's all just energies, Cancer. It's like really the positive or negative is more so these kind of like what labels we've put on them, but they're just motivators. If we don't like that energy, again, it's that challenge that puts us to that growth. We need that balance in a sense. But I do feel like too, Cancer, there is this thing, just thinking with the Seven of Swords and the Seven of Wands here, and even like the Three of Pentacles, granted it is upright, I feel like there is this need of kind of discernment in a way, of seeing who is trying to who is lowering our vibration, who we may need to put up some boundaries in between there, Cancer. And it's not like I feel like we're necessarily like cutting people out. It's just like, because the Seven of Swords too is just like finding an alternative means to a situation in a way, coming at it from a different perspective here. It's Seven of Swords. This one is the moon in Aquarius, and it's thinking about how our feelings are going to be towards the future, and I'm even thinking like how that future depends on how we're working with others as well. But a lot going on here, Cancer, but especially if we may have gotten through something where we had kind of hit a real kind of low there. Now this gives you, because the nice thing about the Ten of Swords is, this is a Sun in Gemini, and it's about seeing that these situations from a dual perspective. And even though the sun sets and we may have to be in darkness for a little while with the moon energy, the sun always rises, Cancer. And that means you can always rise too. You don't always have to be in this bottomless state. It may take some work for sure. I'm not saying it's going to be the easiest, but it is possible in the grand scheme of things here, Cancer. I like that. All right, let's get some more on the mix. Well, I like that, Cancer. Okay, so you have the Knight of Cups in reverse, and then you have the Scorpio energy for me. And then you have the Two of Swords, the King of Swords, and then the Strength card here. You know, Cancer, I do feel that, even in these kind of lower energies, when we've hit that low point, there's wisdom that comes from these situations that come there, and I feel like that's what's happening here, especially if we're in this low place. If we're having troubles letting something go or moving on from a thought or a situation or a person or whatever this may be. you know the Two of Swords, it is realizing that you do have a choice, that there is. And it's not that I feel like we choose. In a sense, it's like it's not necessarily that we're choosing to stay in this energy, because I know, Cancer, when we're feeling low down, when we get really caught up in a particular type of emotion, that can be really hard. I'm even just thinking with how Scorpio energy, sometimes with them being the fixed water sign, sometimes it's like when they get locked in on a certain feeling, they can be so fixated on that it can be hard to break free from that. And I feel like that it is realizing, and I hope you know what I mean, Cancer, that in a sense it is a choice once we do get eyes on it. At first it can be a little overwhelming, like, why is all this happening? And it's just like we may not be able to control a situation that happens to us, but we are able to control how we feel about it. It's just sitting with that, and then building that self-esteem back up again, getting the strength in a way, getting your reclaiming your power in a sense. You know what I mean, Cancer? And in realizing that, these emotions and things, these ones that we may deem negative, they're your allies. They're trying to get you to your highest vibration. We may not always love how they feel, but I feel like if we can make peace with them and make allies, because even, there are times when I think about some of the experiences that I've gone through, and think about, like, it's just like, well, I used to be like, why is that going through? Why do I need to go through this? Why is this? Why is that? Why is that? And, I feel that part of that why is that it's helped make me a little more compassionate, so that when others are going through a similar thing, it helps me to see it from their view, so that it's just like, hey, so that then they don't feel so alone in that, and then they pass that compassion along, because someone did that for me at one point. And then it's just like it helps create. And I feel like it's like when I say that befriend the mind, it's like I feel like it's not just befriending your mind, it helps even befriend that, like, collective mindset as well. It helps reestablish a different reality for us all there, Cancer. I dig that. and even it even helps you to become this kind of wise teacher there, Cancer. Because this does, Scorpio energy is very resilient. Helps strengthen you, and it leads to this, picturing this, just like there's this evolution that happens within you, Cancer, and everything, it just all comes together, and it all makes sense in the end there. But it's remembering that there is a point that it's just not just meant to just suck all the time. And and it's that we can learn to let go of that. For some, I even felt like there's like this almost hatred, maybe even for why we feel this way, or why things are happening, maybe even for, like, the universe, in a sense, like it's. But this Eight of Cups is like, it's this, whatever the stuck fixed energy is, it's just like it's this surrendering in a way, not giving up, but just a letting go. And yeah, I hope that makes sense there, Cancer. All right, let's get some advice from Mars and Pluto. I like that. Five of Cups, Mars and Scorpio. Ooh, a little more Scorpio energy. Venus and Scorpio with the Seven of Cups here. Oh, nothing but cups, Cancer. Hold on. Okay, interesting. Thank you. All right, Cancer. A small little reversal storm here, but I dig this because you have the Nine of Cups, the Seven of Cups, and then the Five of Cups here, all in reverse. But let's switch back over to Cancer because this feels like some advice, because I feel like with this Five of Cups being in reverse, I feel like it's letting go of that. Because I feel like for some that maybe even with like the Seven of Wands, because that can be a card of criticisms, and even protecting energies, protecting our energies from other people, we need to be sure to protect our energy from ourselves as well, especially when we get in that sort of self-deprecating energy. And I feel that it's it's understanding that we are going to make mistakes along the way here, and there may be disappointments in life, but excuse me, but I feel like with the Seven of Cups here, that we want to be, because for me sometimes the Seven of Cups can be almost like a prelude to a devil moment in a sense, where we start getting into that escapism, to not want to deal with these kind of hardships and things. And so I feel like we want to be mindful of, and whatever that's looking like, drug, sex, alcohol, gambling, food, um, whatever it is that we can overindulge, Cancer, because that does affect your vibration. It affects your ability to manifest, that wish, because the Nine of Cups it's like it's like a magnet in a sense, and if we're not paying attention to that, I want to say that's Jupiter in Pisces. And Jupiter is a double-edged sword in the sense of, like, yes, he's abundant, but he doesn't discriminate as far as like what he's being abundant of. If you're in a low vibration, that's all we're gonna get is low vibrations. But when we switch that paradigm, Cancer, it can again raise us above the clouds, and create a different type of reality than the one that we may be in right now. And I'm not saying it happens overnight, but it's something that with work and perseverance, that it can shift in a very spectacular way there, Cancer. Then you again can feel in charge of your destiny in a way. But I like that. I think I'm gonna leave that there, Cancer. So yeah, pay attention to that mindset. But if anything resonated with you, Cancer, you like that, give it a thumbs up and share this, Cancer, because that's tricky. When we get into like the mindsets and things like that, it can be. Actually, I was just reading something that it was when it comes to like negative thoughts, it's like on the low end, can happen like a 3-to-1 ratio, or sometimes it could be like a 30 to, on the high end, it could be like a 30-to-1 ratio, like good thoughts to harder ones. And I feel like it's like, how do we, switch that around in a way, let that, because it's not, again, because, those types of thoughts are going to happen, but they're, it's trying not to focus on them in that type of sense. It's just like, what is that emotion trying to teach us, and then really getting into that King of Cups type of energy, and even like Queen of Cups, one of our cards, in order to get that emotional wisdom from this thing, Cancer. And then if you haven't already, subscribe, hit that bell button, get notified on all these videos each day. And then lastly, Cancer, check your you know how I feel about that. Check your sun, moon, rising, Venus, Mars, Mercury. I had a couple apps listed down in the description box. One in particular, I don't know if I need to. Oh, which one is it? Which one am I thinking of? I think it's TimePassages. That's a really dope app, and it's a free one. They have a paid one too as well, but the free one's really dope, and that helps you get all this stuff and it's fantastic, Cancer, when you get to learn about those things. And I'm in the I had a lot on my plate right now, but I am trying to get some stuff cooking up here soon. It just like seems like right when I get started too, there's another little thing that kind of gets in the way, but I'm getting there, Cancer. And then come on over. It's like, why am I telling you all this? To come on over to my other channel, Alchemist 8. I do weekly videos, monthly ones, yearly ones. I'm actually about to do your monthly one next there, Cancer, and it's a good old time. Actually, this did Leo's, and theirs was pretty dope. And all that housekeeping is down in the description box below. But let me get your surprise cards here, so I can get you out of here, Cancer. And I like that. You got the Four of Wands here. And I like that. Like I like this union that's happening here with the Four of Wands, because I feel like that's you making you befriending your mind in a sense. Like that masculine and feminine energy coming together. Really being in union, and so that we can start getting those energies towards because the Four of Wands is a card of celebration, too, and I feel like it is celebrating that that there is more growth to be had. Sure, we don't like may not like the challenges, and it's just like I was actually just talking with someone. It's just like after this whole week, it's just like, oh, there's more growth to be had. But really, that is exciting because there's more growth to be had. Where because it's like if we had nowhere else to grow, then this journey is done. But now there's something else to focus on to grow, and that is a cause for celebration because we're still, there's still areas of expansion. It's just like who knows where that can lead there, Cancer. Now let me get your oracle card here so I can get you out of here. And I really do feel like that's important for us Cancers in particular, to really learn to embrace all the emotions that come our way, because they really are there to help us in the long run. And the more that we recognize them and see as they come, the less power that they have over us. And then we're working as a team as opposed to one domineering the other one. You know what I mean? Oh, I like this, Cancer. Alright, so you have the Skull Cap card here, which is a card of stillness. And this is ruled by Pluto and by Saturn. And look at that, Cancer. A little Scorpio energy in there. Look at you stinging up with the energies. And I do feel that there is this need of... Because sometimes, Cancer, when we're going through those kind of tougher things, we want to run away and not deal with them and face these things. However that may be looking. But I do feel that there is a need to be still, however that's looking, doing some meditation, maybe doing some reading, some journaling, listening to some music, but just being in a very kind of still environment and help you to really understand the transformation process and to give this some time. I'm just looking at this hourglass and even seeing this mask here and how it's split. That's what I feel like right now. It's just like there's this divide between our mindset right now, between like that left and right brain. And now, so when we still have that stillness and bring it together, things start to make sense. It's a little more cohesive, and allowing them to, once the energies are able to, once we process that and they're able to coalesce in a way that's, I feel like that's when the real kind of manifestation comes in, and our whole reality just entirely shifts. So something to think about there, Cancer, during this new lunar cycle. I like this. I think this is a great way to start things off with a positive mindset there, Cancer. So you stay safe out there. Keeping be careful about just getting caught up in that ocean, Cancer, because it's deep, and it can be tough, but it doesn't just have to be. It can be rewarding too. It's a balance. meditate with the moon there, Cancer. Keep eyes on her. Keep that, well, right now she's in the new moon phase, so keep that third eye on her, you know, that mind's eye. You know, sync up with the energies, you know, tune in, work with the subconscious mind, and lovely energy there, Cancer. And I will catch you on the next one tomorrow.